Welcome.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Welcome back, boys.
So, last night was pretty epic, dude. It was pretty epic. It was epic as fuck. It was, Tong had a little kickback at Brewski's.
Hell yeah.
Got the boys back together again.
The band's back, dude.
It was a lot of fun, dude. It was good seeing everybody. We randomly, everyone that was there randomly knew someone else that was there.
That's so cool.
Polo, OFC Polo, the Marvel 3-player was just there.
Really?
And we were like, dude, what's going on? And he's just like, I just came here tonight. It was
That's crazy.
If you hear this, I have to confess, I'm using the poison I swore to never use again to fuel me through this it's gonna be pretty intense. This is gonna be an intense episode. I had to go back to the fucking 3 for 2 rock stars, non-sugar free.
Fuck yeah, bro.
It's the only way I can fucking power myself through this, and I might not make it back, dude. There might not be this might be the end of it all, dude. I'll just die of cardiac arrest after drinking fucking 3 rock stars. I might not drink all 3 of them, but I might throw the last one out. I might just pour it out in the grass.
Yeah, pour it in the drain, dude.
Might be the best idea I ever fucking had, but I know I'm not strong enough to do this on my own, and I have to use the dark arts, dude. It's I was playing Breaker's Revenge the other day, and because he's soul bound to the Chaos Breaker, he can't let it go, and everyone has to leave him behind, and he it's an epic game, dude. I don't know. I mean, I'm fucking being stupid right now, but I don't know.
It's that. Oh God, I forget. It's an MTV show, I think, where they make people that are addicted to things. There was this girl that drank 40 Cokes a day, and one of the first tests, dude, was to pour a Coke down the drain, dude. So this will be your first test, dude. Pour that Rockstar down, dude.
Yeah, I wonder if that Coke is good for you. All right. Well, last night was epic. So I don't even know. I was hitting up Tong. I was like, bro, we gotta get together soon because I have your stick. And we were joking about he was making this bit about it's Kill Bill, Hattori Hanzo, and he was thinking of it the P360s they're not made anymore, so you have to find an old yeah, it's it was kind of funny. I was like, I like that. Tong gets it. Yeah. Tong gets it because he likes watching movies and he likes the stories. Yeah. He get it. He got it. And when I got there, I was like, I can tell you with no it's so stupid. I can't believe I even fucking cared to bother to do this. I was like, I can tell you with no ego, this is the finest blade I've ever created. And if on your path you should cross God, God will be cut. And it was just this stupid moment. It was the dumbest thing that ever happened. And it was funny. It was funny as fuck. Cody and Dre were just laughing. They were like, this is the stupidest shit ever. It was just it was trying to make something cool out of something stupid, which is what this podcast was.
That's what life's about, dude. You gotta make fucking something cool out of stupid moments, bro.
Well, let's face it, our lives are fucking stupid.
Yes.
And our lives are stupid. And if you can't find little epic things in day-to-day life, then you're just not having as much fun as everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
I was driving on the way here and I saw this fucking Goonie sticker on the back of this car, and I was just like, it's a stupid Goonie sticker. It wasn't Goonies Never Say Die, which is kind of something a cool. Yeah. It said Goonies on board, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, this is the stupid. And then I sat there and I thought about the Goonies.
Is it just 6 little baby sloths and then 2
it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, come on, what the fuck are we doing here, dude? It's a bunch of chunks and sloths and one mouth. Where are the heroes of this story? No, they're all heroes. That's the best part about that story is
sloth I would say is almost one of the biggest ones, dude.
It's
self-sacrifice, dog.
It's fucking legend, dude. It's the greatest story ever told. Mm-hmm. And that's why what I'm going to try to attempt to do today is so difficult, because some people out there think that The Goonies is just a movie that fat chicks like to fantasize about, right, or some stupid shit, but they don't see it for what it really is, which is a story about a community that's about to be destroyed by progress. You know, it's the golf courses, the malls, the shopping centers, the boondocks are gonna get plowed, and all this is gonna come up, and the parents are feverishly working to try to make enough money to pay their mortgages, but you know, they, no matter how hard they try, they can't dig themselves out of this hole, and the kids decide to go on the adventure of their lifetime, and you know, it's a great story. The kids succeed by doing what everyone told them not to do. They went against the grain and they fucking managed to pull it out, dude. It's pretty epic. It's okay, Brandon. Don't worry about it. The Maurice is just like going.
He's just popping off
back and forth between heaven and hell. I don't think anyone can hear the dog. I think it's like more disruptive than like people hear. The door opens, the door shuts, the dog goes. You know, it's all good. So yeah. Where do we start? Well, last night was fucking epic, dude. It was so much fun. There was like this Sega Daytona game that Tong and Jed like randomly knew how to play like really good, and it was like the stupidest. It was like one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. I was like, so like you guys like because you played Initial D, you think you're good at this game or something? And then they're like doing like 180 mile per hour drifts through like 90-degree turns, and I'm like, oh fuck, like these motherfuckers like do know how to play. Like it was like it was an eye-opening experience, you know. It was pretty funny, and you know, Avi was talking to girls, and it was epic. It was like these like clear like lesbian couple he was like hitting on, and like he was all retarded and drunk, and I was just like, dude, like,
I'm a lesbian too. Though.
I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? A shy kid, like, you know,
dude,
like,
that's
just
cool, man.
Putting himself out there, like. Because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, dude. Like,
definitely,
it was the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen.
That's badass.
And Mayo was playing this gun game, and he was like, it was a really cool random gun game. I've never seen it before. Apparently, they're only $700. I swear, it's like worth buying one of these things. It's probably the coolest fucking arcade gun game things I've ever seen in my entire life. And like, he like got the top. He got 4th place on the top score, and he put MYO as like, but he didn't realize that there was 4 letters you could have put as your name. So then he did it all over again, put like another $5 in to beat it again, and he got like 5th place. But then he wanted 4th place, so he did it again so that 4th place could say MAYO. And I was just sitting there like, the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and it was like the most beautiful like fucking thing. I was like freaking the fuck. I was like, dude, this guy's a fucking legend, dog. It was pretty epic. It was good to see everybody.
Dude, hell yeah.
And
friendship's magic, bro.
Yeah, it was Tong's 40 years old, dude.
Damn, dude.
I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, holy shit. And he was like, you know, everyone my age, like anyone that plays Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like we're all like turning 40 years old. And I was like, yeah. Like, you know, that's how it goes. Like, and it was funny, we were talking about like young man, like, you know, like is this like it's a young man, like an old man's not sport, but craft, because like the old guys have the experience, and like they're good just because they have so much like decades of experience and shit. And the young guys are good because they're like passionate, they're passionate, and they're young, and they're so young that they're like, you know, they don't have the like grown up responsibilities and shit, and it's just like you can dedicate so much time into this, and like those young guys are fucking good because, you know, they're solely focused on it, and like, you know, but the old guys are good too because they've been around for so long. And it's crazy because like they clash all the time, and like the young guys usually win because like, you know, they're picking top tier or whatever, and the old guy is just like picking the character that he likes, like, because he's
been specialist his whole life.
Like, well, no, it's just like I like this character's normal or something. You know what I mean? It's like I like his normal.
Tokido like, Punk, dog. That's the realest shit, dude.
That's one of the realest things ever.
That I honestly watch that every couple months just to like relive that moment of Punk obliterating him, putting him into losers, and then him with the mental fortitude of experience just fucking clean shop, dude. Yeah. And like, oh man, that was the most fucking insane run, dude. Like,
yeah, it was.
And
it's funny.
Man won that day, dude.
It's funny because he like goes up there. Yeah, the one time the old guy actually did win. And it's so funny because like he goes up there and does the like fighting games are so great thing, and like everyone's like, yeah, fighting games are so great. Like esports is so great. Evo's so great. Like Matcheroni's so great. And you're sitting there and it's like, I don't think you guys are like.
I don't think that's why fucking James Chen was crying, dude. Why did he have to say that, dude?
Let's see if we can get through this without fucking something. I might not even turn the camera on, dude. Like, it's like, I might like try to save myself from like fucking, you know, the inevitable. I don't know. Yeah, dude, I'm kind of hesitant to talk about this. Like, I just find it hard to communicate. To be honest, I feel unprepared to talk about it in a concise and clean way. Like, my thoughts have been unorganized. I fucking like feel like I can't even fucking do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I can't fucking do it. I'm like, I have a brain fog. I'm fucking just a sloppy fucking idiot who like thinks that everyone fucking knows what I'm like. This is clear as day, everybody. Look at this, look at that. And it's like, no, I'm not doing a good job. I feel like we're fucking failing at this. And it's fucking weird too, because like, this is kind of when we started the podcast, like, we met that one time, and then it wasn't long. We started talking. We were like, went to La Salsa, the place we used to fucking go and eat fucking burritos all the time. And we were sitting there, and we're just talking shit. We haven't seen each other in a few years.
Yeah, it would have been a minute, dude.
And I don't even think we were like an hour into the hangout sesh before we're like talking about Brink and like fucking soul skating and like what is like gone wrong. Like, and it's crazy because like you get it. I get it. I mean, I'm not even trying to prove that like, oh, I'm not doing it because I'm trying to prove that I'm right. I'm like, I'm just trying to like
enlighten.
I'm not even trying to I mean, that's like a loaded word. Like, it's just like, I think there's a fundamental truth here, and that like, it's, you don't want it to get lost in, you know, we've talked about this. This is like the fucking first episode of the podcast, dude. You go down, there's a fork in the road, fucking free t-shirt, unfree t-shirt. Like, we went right instead of going left, or left and right, whatever the fuck. I mean, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then now we're so far down the tracks that we don't even see like the, you know, we forgot, or, you know. But well, I'm gonna try. I think it's worth trying. I'm not entirely sure I'm like the best person to try to communicate this, but I think I have to at least try to communicate this, because I haven't been doing a good enough job, because nothing we're gonna say
we haven't already said.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, this is gonna be 80 episodes of SPO minus all the like bits and skits and jokes and what's it called, like, you know, I feel like when in the fuck did we start it? It was because Filipino Champ got canceled. That's what it was.
I think so.
Filipino Champ, Chris G, there was these like Las Vegas sexual misconduct allegations, and somehow that is like linked to Evo, and we thought that the narrative was wrong, and we kind of wanted to speak out about it, like give our 2 cents about it. I feel like that's why, like, we're like, dude, like, come on, we'll do a fucking FGC podcast. And the reason why it works so good with me and you is because you were mostly in our group and our scene during that era.
Definitely.
During that one era. And, you know.
Which I get a lot of flack for.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But. And now, from where you are, that's why you got what, you know, when I went over there and I was telling this shit, I tell this shit to everybody, and like, no one seems to fucking understand what I'm trying to say. And it's like, you get it because you were there at that time, and you see the way it is now, and you're like, oh wow, like, it's fucking different.
I can see the changes.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same. And it's like, okay, it's kind of, man.
Doesn't mean it's a bad thing or there's not fun to still be had, but it is different.
It is different. And I don't know. I'm gonna try my best to fucking. I'm gonna try to like frame this argument in a way that's like, I hate the word, but consumable from like anyone who's cares to listen. Because if you listen to this podcast long enough, like you're clearly gonna listen no matter what. And maybe like if I can even brainwash you, fucking. Not brainwash you, but I'm gonna try to like.
Undo the brainwashing, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to red pill you. Like, I know that word is like.
We're gonna take you out of the Matrix.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And I know people are already joking about that. Kadar made some stupid meme about like Neo in the Matrix, and it's like I'm retarded now, and it's like okay. We'll see who's retarded, Kadar. Mm-hmm. We'll see who's retarded.
Surprised he's even watched the Matrix, dude.
You know, I even texted them. I was like, "Hey, that little talk we had." I was like, "You really like." Open my eyes to like my like you know my shortfalls. I can't remember exactly what I said, and I just said like I want to thank you because now I'm gonna like destroy you. I didn't say that, but like that's really what I was saying. And he just said shut up, fag, and I was like, yeah, those are your last words, dude. Like
oh shit, dude.
All right, well, fuck it, let's go into it, boys. And I saw the lights going off in Jed's head like last night, so I know that like it's possible to like ripcord start this fucking old ancient fucking. It's all One Piece, dude.
It is, dude. Like, it's all fucking the Bible, dude.
Maybe or whatever. The archetypal stories have passed on through fucking civilization from time immemorial. All right, let's do this shit, dude. What do I got written down here? Oh, should I turn the camera on, dude? I should do it.
Do it, dude. We've always done it. We've never been afraid.
All right, dude. Let me get my papers in order here. I got my top secret fucking
there you go,
cover
dude.
Photo, dude. Like, all right, here we go. All right. What's the main argument here? What did I say? Is Matcheroni good for the FGC, like net? I said it was net negative, right? Mm-hmm. Cody's saying, can you explain some of this? And I'm like, I can't in 280 characters or less, or whatever the fuck Twitter's bullshit thing is. Why did I put a cough in my mouth? I'm drinking a Rockstar. God damn it. All right, that's strike one on derailing the conversation. All right, that's a fucking...
You're double dipping right now.
All right, I did it in the beginning, so I don't... I realized I just fucking did something stupid, so... All right. Is Matcheroni good for the FGC? And FGC is a group of people, and then individual is people, and it's you. Is Matcheroni good for you? Okay. I'm going to try to use it in this argument at first. This is one part of it. So, social media, I got this shit written down. Tinder, pornography, processed foods, chat GPT, Korean barbecue, Matcheroni. Are these things good for you? Social media, we can all send political memes to our aunts and nephews now, we can put everything we do in our lives up in the public sphere so everyone can see all the cool shit that we do and how fucking special and cool we are. And the only downsides are, there's unintended consequences. Yeah, sure. What are they? Like, teenage girl suicides are up like 1,000%. Genocides in like Myanmar and fucking of like minority fucking groups like happen on these like social media campaigns. Like, some people get banned, but the Taliban has a blue check mark on fucking Twitter. You know what I mean? Can you think of anything else?
I think it was a place. The dream of it was sold to us as this was a place for us all to connect. And I don't think that there's a bigger place where we all disconnect.
Yeah, it's social media, but really it's anti-social media.
Exactly.
So, okay, all right. So there's one. Okay, that kind of got destroyed. All right, now what else we got here? We got Tinder. Is the Tinder good for the dating market?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? That's pretty obvious, right?
I think it's a way.
How's it working out for you guys?
I know. It never worked out for me, really.
Girls now only think that 6 foot tall people are worth like fucking even sleeping with, and what about the sexual? What about the women's sexual like revolution? Like, has that been good for them? Like in the long run, like, what else? Pornography. Oh my god, no, that one. How could that be bad?
Yeah.
How could pornography be bad? It's
the worst.
It's unlimited virtual relationships with gorgeous women, and at your fingertips 24/7. We used to have to like steal Playboys from fucking bodegas and shit, and then now like little kids we know are like on VR beating off to like fucking NPCs and shit, and you're just like
you can like date people, and like it's a weird.
And the only downside, it's so great. The only downside is 23-year-olds with erectile dysfunction, and your genealogy that's existed on this earth for like hundreds of thousands of years is gonna die with you. Like, that's the only downside to pornography. You know what I mean? Like, it's good for everyone. Like, it's not bad for you. Fucking, what else do we got here? Processed foods, dude. Milk. It stays good forever now. It never goes bad. Before, you had to have a milkman come to your house once a week, and there's a chance he might fuck your wife. Like, but now no one has sex, and the milk stays good forever, and the bread stays good forever, and
fucking.
It's so fucking. We used to use like animal fats for cooking stuff in it, but then we found out that we could take these
spray
crushed like seed oils that were used in motor oil parts, and we could bleach it and bleach it and take the scent out of it and take the taste out of it, and then that could be turned into seed oils and canola oils, and it's only petroleum waste, and now you're using it to cook everything you eat with, and that's better for you somehow. It's cheaper. You don't have to slaughter a fucking animal and get the tallow from it and use that keep that somewhere, and use that to cook your food in, because that's too much work. You can just buy fucking the cheapest possible fucking oils to fry all your food in and then fucking die, you fucking dummy. All right, what else, dude? Chat GPT. It's just a funny thing to ask who would win in a 1st to 10 and third strike, Gene or Tong. It's like, it might not come for everyone's jobs. If you're not doing manual labor, it might not be like knocking on your fucking door, like coming to like destroy everything that you like fucking, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe AI is a good thing. Maybe it won't fucking fuck us up. Korean barbecue. I've already talked about this. Go look at any episode of the podcast. We don't have to fucking go through this again. Matcherino, dude. Matcherino. I'm not saying it's malevolent. I'm saying sometimes the road to hell is paved in good intentions.
Definitely.
And it solves a monetary problem in the FGC, but there's not. Who the fuck said it? Thomas Sowell? No one knows who the fuck this is. It's some fucking. He's conservative, so he's probably fucking homophobic and fucking a bigot or some shit. He's racist, but he said what? There's no solutions. There's only compromises. Like, this is true. Like, it's a true thing to say. And you're like, well, what downsides are there to Matcherino? It's like, why? What? Are you against everything the FGC like is? It's like, no, I'm not against it. I promise you, I'm not. It's just, there's some words here. Let's see. Well, let's see. What's wrong with Matcherino? What's wrong with Matcheroni? What's wrong with Matcheroni? I don't know. I think progress and innovation, it doesn't always equal like a net benefit. And you're asking, oh, God damn it, let me gather my thoughts here. I don't want to fuck this up. So, what do I have written down? Maybe this will help me. Oh, okay. Next bullet point. Society is broken. Okay. So here, I'll paint this picture. Kadar and our little Twitch fucking ambush he tried to fucking play on me. And that didn't really work, but I wasn't doing myself any favors. He said, so what was his line of his like thought process? He was like, so you're against people playing games for money. You're saying there should be no money. I'm like, no. I'm not saying there should be no money involved. I said that the FGC, as this is like, it's baked in the cake, is that you're playing games for money, because you at a certain point you can't have a free tournament that it doesn't actually work. It's kind of a bankrupt idea. There has to be some way that you pay for it. So like the way that the FGC was structured for a long time, like, you know, people have tried to do certain things and they try to innovate certain ways, and it kind of boiled down to what we stumbled upon it was in like 2010, where it was like you got your local communities, you had your Frubbles, you had your TTF, you had your what's it called, and you travel around to those things. I don't need to explain this shit to anybody, but I will, probably just because it helps me fucking try to get my fucking thoughts across. But you know, you had your little communities, these little
definitely
microcosm communities, and everyone played with each other. There was a sense of community. And it was in person. It wasn't online. That was another thing. And, you know, then there was these, throughout the year, spread out kind of roughly equally throughout the year, there was these major type things, and those things were already established, and you wouldn't want to go head to head against an established major, you know, so like, and you can't have them all the time.
Definitely.
You couldn't have it every fucking weekend. It can't be like the UFC now.
Yeah. Where
it's every weekend and then it's oversaturated fucking bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's just bullshit now.
Definitely.
The cards were so fucking stacked back in the day. They were stacked, and it was once every 2 fucking months, and it was like 5 title fights, and there's only fucking 5 champions in the whole. You know, it was fucking insane.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, dude.
And yeah, there you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. And you know, a little more interesting. Definitely. A little more, you know. So
get you excited for when it comes.
So it kind of boiled up and then settled, and it kind of like evened itself out in this, what we stepped into. And you know, I think that was a good era. And I don't need to go into the fucking free t-shirt thing again. I already did it 5 seconds ago. So like, I'm not gonna, you know, go left, go right. We chose the wrong direction because in progress and in new innovation and fucking what's it called, and I don't think anyone would disagree with me there. If you were fucking around before then, and everyone I talked to, like all the old guys, Crisco, fucking Tong, all the guys who were like fucking older, last night we were talking about it, and everyone said the same thing. Like, this is undeniable. Like, something happened. And now we get back to what Kadar was saying. He was saying, what's the difference between, so you're against people playing for money? I'm like, no, not really. I think that's kind of part of it. We have to kind of play for money. And money matches are fun because it ups the antes. It's like it's like practicing going like this, and then you pull a real knife out and you fucking do it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, you've been practicing this, but now it's time to put up or shut up. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, things are different. A money match is different. When you're playing for money, it's a little different. And that's just a different thing. I don't think it's bad.
No.
Because maybe that's just because maybe there's some real OG fucking... No, because you were always playing for money.
I was just
it's what Renob was talking about.
Well, the foundation of Street Fighter is arcades.
Yes.
So it's like
it's baked into the cake, dude.
Yeah.
That's part of the cake. Fucking deal with it. Like, I'm not saying I'm against playing for money. Because I'm not. And then he's like, well, what's the difference between... This is where you can tell Kadar's a fucking idiot. Because... without knowing it, he gave me like the most silver bullet of silver bullets. He said, he's just stumbled upon it like the fool he is. He's like, what's the difference between... So you're saying that you can play for money. Well, what's the difference between the guy going into the tournament? So you're against pot monsters now? And I'm like, no, pot monsters are the lifeblood of the FGC. Well, then what's the difference between a pot monster and donating $5 to Matcheroni? And I was like, this is why you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because there's a huge fucking difference. And this is something that we talked about on the podcast fucking... You always talked about this. You always talked about it. It was something that you fucking really had a grasp around. And it's... You know what the difference is. I don't even have to fucking say it. Everyone knows. One is this guy sitting in his room in the dark. His fucking room's a mess. He's hoping his parents don't come in and ask him how the job search is going. You know what I mean? Like, he's just watching the stream and he said, I like this stuff. This seems so cool. I'm gonna donate $5 to the pot. It's just like if I win and was a pot monster. It's not. Because you don't have to fucking leave your room. You don't have to tell your family goodbye to go fight in a fucking battle for fucking... You know what I mean? It's Definitely. Like, you don't have to bring your fucking sword. You don't have to... Which is a stick, which is Hattori Hanzo, which is fucking Kill Bill, which is Tong and me. You don't have to look your opponent in the eyes and shake his hand and
walk
fucking...
into a room of random people.
And be scared to death that you're gonna make a fool of yourself and fucking do it anyways.
Press start during a button check or fucking...
Yes, you don't have to fucking be like, oh... don't hit button check, hit retry. And I'm just like, oh, and Tom's just like, fucking dumbass. And I'm like, I'm fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
for sure.
You don't have to experience any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing, because why should you suffer the outside world? Why should you have to suffer the defeat of a law? This is the crazy nonsense that the TO talk shit. What are we gonna do about people that go 0-2? It's like, I wish I could go 0-2. I wish I didn't fuck everybody up at Championship Edition last night. I wish Richard would have been there so he could have beat my ass. I wish that would have happened, because my ego was out of control last night. I was killing everybody. I did a 10 hit combo with Zangief against Jed in a last match, theoretical grand finals, first to 3. It was the most epic shit that ever happened of all time. It was... and he won't deny that shit. It was fucking insane. Splash, jab, 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 sweep, stun, jump, splash, jab, 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 sweep, kill. He fucking died.
When it mattered.
He had a 70% life lead on me, and I just never quit because I went 0-2 one time a long time ago because I didn't donate to Matcheroni, and I've never fucking donated to Matcheroni.
Because you had to face the hardships of like talking to a stranger and shaking his hand.
Yeah, because you had to leave your little fucking kingdom and slay the dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you had to fucking do it. You can sit there and hide your whole fucking life.
It comes down to it, like, it sounds stupid, but the Taquito fucking Punk thing, why he won was the experience, was the tournament experience. Punk came from an online version of the game. He was a killer online, came to these tournaments and surprised people, which is a really good feat. I'm impressed by him. But the mental fortitude that Taquito had, bro, that it was undeniable, dude. It was undeniable. That was the fucking most exciting match I've ever watched, dude.
It was epic.
That's
epic. That's why James Chen cried. It's not because he's a pussy. It's because you're stupid.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
I'm not saying everyone. I'm not saying, okay. Now, I don't know how many people actually agree with me, because no one steps in front of the train like Frankie and is like, you know what? I actually think that what Rico's saying is right. They just quietly fucking agree, and I don't know if that's like the worst possible thing. Like, I don't know if, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna fucking judge you guys. You guys do whatever you feel like you have to do. Maybe you guys all think I'm fucking stupid. Maybe this is the first time you've actually listened to this podcast for more than fucking 5 seconds and just laughed at the dick jokes or the what's it called, because nothing that we're saying is anything that we haven't fucking said before.
For sure.
It's all shit that's been baked in the last 80 episodes of this fucking podcast. That's why we fucking started the podcast in the first place. I was like, you know what, these are fucking good ideas, and all the things that are happening I think are wrong. in FGC. Maybe we should fucking talk about it because there's some other people doing. I'm not even trying to criticize David. I fucking love David, but the TO Talks, dude, like you talking about some guy on there being like, well, I don't know, man. I got a 6-year-old boy, and I'm kind of scared to bring him around a tournament. It's like, dude, no, you're not. Like, and if you are, do you take him to fucking football games? I've already talked about this shit. Why the fuck am I talking about this again? Why do I feel like we've gone in the biggest fucking circle?
For sure.
And now it's like, it's just because we failed, probably. It's just because we failed. We failed fucking miserably, dude. We really have. We have fucking failed.
I feel like there's a lot of things too that kind of get overlooked. Like for tournaments, for me in the FGC, some of the wins that I've taken from that aren't matches.
Yeah.
They're 100% life experience. There's friendships that I've created.
We could skip to fucking this part if we want. No. Okay.
You know what I'm saying though? It's like it's not about the bag. Yeah. Sometimes it's not about. Winning is badass. I think it's amazing when people win. I think it's fucking incredible when people make runs from fucking losers bracket and fucking destroy everybody. But it's like there's other wins that I've taken that really have like aided me in my life.
100%.
Socially.
I've said it once on the podcast before. I said learning fighting games is equivalent to being bitten by a radioactive spider and like becoming a superhero. Because you have the key to the city. Mm-hmm. You know how to go from here to here to here to here to here. You know how to do it.
It's not one big journey, it's a bunch of small
journeys. You fucking sucked at it.
Yeah.
You can't do shit. You're like a baby. And then you become a fucking god. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Yeah. And you know what? And if you don't, then the pursuit is all that matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And
I can remember sitting at Vincent's house for an entire year losing to all of you guys. And then one day I got a round against somebody and it was like progress. And I remember being like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is something that like I've experienced before, but not in this like realm. Like being shitty at something and persevering to a point where you're not as shitty as you used to be. It's a pretty impressive thing. And there's so many derail moments where you could be like, I'm out. This is too much. Like, you know, this isn't fun. But what is fun?
It teaches you how to develop your, like, human potential.
Definitely.
To, you know, and I know it sounds stupid and corny.
We've talked about it all the time, though. This human potential.
But it's true.
It is.
It's true. If you can get good at fighting games, there's no reason why you can't be successful in anything you want to fucking do. And it sounds dumb. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds fucking stupid. But, you know, the Book of Five Rings, fucking Miyoda Masashi, fucking, you know the way greatly, you see it in all things. Like, definitely. If you can master something and you know what it takes to get to that proficiency, even if it's not Grandmaster level, even if it's just like, okay, but you know that if you put time in, and if you put that time that you put into fighting games, and you apply the lessons and the into doing what you need to do in your fucking life, that you need to do.
Definitely.
That, there's nothing that can stop you.
Definitely.
It's like a, it's like a immortality key kind of. It's like
the lessons are there, and I think what it is too. It's like sometimes even a new fighting game comes out, and I almost forget the basics of, oh man, this is so daunting. I don't think I can do it. And it's like I gotta get my taxes done. I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta go do. You build this thing up to be this big thing, and you forget the main lesson that. You break it down. Well,
the whole thing is you really can't play fighting games like we did when we were younger, like at that level, at that amount of time. Like you can't. And if you are, you're chasing the dragon. You're fucking up, because that's not. Going to Brink. It's like, should we fight? Man, we're going all over the place. Maybe we should fucking cool it.
I know,
because that was from here. It's supposed to go to there, and now I jumped ahead, but really like. We need to fucking strike two. We've gone off track. But don't get lost in that. Keep that in the back of your mind. Fucking
don't get lost in the sauce, dude.
Don't get lost in the sauce. Okay. So, and then I made a mistake, and I was like, the money, that there's a money problem in the FGC. That's the problem that it solves. Matcheroni solves this problem that there's no money, because I was explaining how, the bankruptness of going big and trying to get big money into FGC. Like, first of all, it's not actually what you want. You think it is, but it's a lie. And second of all, like, it doesn't really work, because on the local level, there's not really any way to, everyone's trying to go more mainstream, even with their local shit and their what's it called stuff. And then Matcheroni comes around, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, like there is a way to monetize this. And then I'm not even gonna go into the fucking circus level, like not the surface level chicken scratchness of like stealing money from poor people and fucking having it be like a redistribution of wealth to like the 1% of people who are winning tournaments anyways. Like, I'm not even gonna get into that, because it's not the big societal problem with all these things that I'm trying to fucking talk about. Like, that's just like bullshit. Like, that's the Chat GPT make an argument for why Matcheroni's bad. Like, that's stupid shit. Mm-hmm. You're asking the wrong fucking questions. You're fucking stupid. If that was it, that probably wouldn't be a net negative. I'm talking about the real fucking problem with Matcheroni in the fucking FGC. I'm trying to get to like the root of the problem, or what I think it is, and what hopefully I can convince you that. I'm not even trying to convince you. I'm just trying to awaken the fucking. It's true. It's true, because it's undeniable. It's undeniable. Okay, so there we go. I fucking fucked up, and I was like, and so he let me talk for a long time, and then he starts talking, and he's like, what you're saying is that everyone's quitting their jobs for Matcheroni pots. Like, this is the stupidest thing ever. And like, it kind of caught me off guard, because that's not what I was trying to say, but I didn't have my thoughts organized enough to be able to actually say it right. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that people are quitting their jobs. What I'm saying is people don't have jobs, and they haven't had meaningful employment for fucking years in some cases. And the situation is fucking awful.
Definitely.
Like,
and it's not just a Matcheroni thing. It's
awful.
There's everywhere.
It's bad. I don't know how everybody's feeling out there, but I can assume that it's not good. You know what I mean? I tried to pay. I wanted Jed to room with us at Evo. I wanted him to come, and he was like, I can't go. And I was like, bro, you don't have to pay for anything. I'll fucking let you stay in our hotel room for free. I'll fucking kick you my fucking leftover food that I think tastes like shit. I'll like fucking just throw it on the ground. You can like eat off the floor like some serfdom. No, I'm just kidding. But like, you know what I mean? I was like, you don't have to pay for anything.
Matcherico, dude.
I want you to be there. I would have sponsored. It could have been Serious Players Only sponsored Jed. You could have, and he didn't want to come.
Dude,
he didn't want to come, and it was actually maybe because he's like, dude, Evo's gay now, and I'm like, nah, don't even fucking. It is kind of gay because it's esports and fuck Matcheroni, but it ended up being kind of a cool Evo because they brought the cabs out. I didn't watch a single mainstream game. I sat back there in the fucking cab section and the fucking BYOC nerdy, sweaty, super sweaty fucking OG games. And the older I get, the more I appreciate the fucking old games because they never change. They don't get patched. They don't fucking. You don't hate it. You don't love it one day and then you fucking hate it the next. Oh well. I'm getting all right.
I mean, there's something to that. There's something.
But so Jed didn't want to come. He didn't want to come hang out with his friends all weekend in fucking Vegas. What the fuck did he have better to do? Did he have something better to do, or is it just not a good place to be? Fucking. And then even last night, I was talking to him about. I don't want to keep using you as an example, Jed. I fucking love you. You have no idea how much I love you. But he's like, I don't know, man. I think it's kind of cool. And like that's what I'm talking about. Is because Jed's probably won some money on Matcheroni. And maybe there was a time. I'm not going to use Jed. All right. Erase me talking about Jed at all. I'm talking about a theoretical person named Ged. Okay. Yeah. So say this theoretical person named. Make up a name. Let's call him Mr. X. Yeah, let's call him Mr. X. So Mr. X has been... It's been a while since he had a real steady income stream, and he's been in and out of fucking little hodgepodge jobs here and there, working for your uncle on something here or there or whatever. And, it's the time where the rubber meets the road is right in front of you, and it's like, I really gotta try to do something here, because this cannot continue on, and your family is starting to be like, what's going on with this kid, what's going on here? And then you're like, wow, this is really it. Like, come Friday or come Monday, I'm actually gonna have to do something about this, because my life's in shambles, and I fucking, no one's fucking
Bill's gotta get paid.
No one's telling me this. And then TTF Live or TTF Online happens, and he wins a Matcheroni pod for a little bit of scratch here and there, and you're like, oh well, maybe I don't have to.
Maybe I can take.
Maybe I don't have to.
Take it easy.
Maybe Monday I don't have to go try to sort out this thing we call life. Yeah, maybe I got a little bit of. I got a little scratch to kick around for a while. Maybe I'll just put this off in the back burner, and maybe I'll enter the next tournament. It's a free tournament. There's Matcheroni money. Maybe I'll just do that again. Maybe I'll win that one. Maybe I can just do these little odd job things that don't really benefit me in a meaningful way, and I'm gonna just prolong the inevitable for as long as I can. And I get to play these. I like playing games. Someone once told me that if you do something you love for a living, you never have to work a day in your life, which is this fucking biggest fucking crock of shit lie that people fucking tell themselves. Yeah. Because really, what's the best thing for you is to go find the fucking hardest goddamn job you could possibly stand to do. Like, that pushes you either mentally or physical to your fucking limits. Mm-hmm. And you go home every day and you don't have anxiety or stress anymore, because you don't even have fucking, well, there's some jobs that stress you out, and there's some that, it's like Office Space, dude. Mm-hmm. He had that stressful, shitty fucking office job, and at the end he goes and he's shoveling concrete at a construction site, and he's just like
happier for it. Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't want to fucking work for a living. That's bullshit. I don't want to. It's like
general labor, working with your hands.
Yeah, yeah. Has exporting all the jobs to China and what's it called? Has that been good for us? Like, is the fact that all of our fucking medicine and PPE is made in China, and whenever there's a fucking global pandemic, we don't have anything for ourselves because they're using, is that good for us? It's like, I fucking wonder.
No, there's something to that, dude.
Yeah. It's good to just, I think, no, this might not be a popular opinion, but I think that work is the best thing that you can fucking possibly do. And that's why some people like to go to the gym, and they just fucking, they have to manifest this struggle in their life. So they go fucking work out like a fucking maniac, and they're dying, and they're like, oh, I feel good now. And yeah, that's one way to do it. Or
physical exertion.
You just fucking have a fucking hard job. And then you go home and you sleep like a fucking baby. You're not stressed out. You're not anxiety fucking ridden. You're not fucking all in your head about shit. You don't have time to think.
Definitely.
You're tired.
I think it creates some skills that you can use in your daily life.
And those jobs that are hard, guess what? They pay pretty fucking good. Yeah. Because no one wants to do them. And then you have a little bit of time here and there, and you get to do the things you actually like to enjoy doing. And
exactly. That's a reward at the end of it.
Happiness.
Cherry on top, dog.
Dude.
It comes to this point, too, where working a job that's hard and that pushes you mentally, it teaches you things like, okay, this guy next to me that I'm working with isn't working as hard, and he's saying things that I don't agree with. And it puts you in this position where you're like, I could either let that affect me and become upset, negative, combative with him, maybe push against his beliefs, or you can be a real person, absorb what they're saying, and just use it as energy to like, I don't have to let that ruin my day. I can take that in. I can listen to what they're saying, and I can still do my job to my full potential. And at the end of the day, you go, this, and this tried to stop me, and I fucking persevered through it. And I fucking had a good day, and I did a good job, and my boss was fucking happy. You feel really good about that.
Yeah.
You know? Because there's a lot of hurdles in life, dude.
Well, work, it's weird. People have this weird idea about work where it's like, oh, the real way to do it is to do as little as you have to do.
Yeah.
And then you get
make it look like you're doing
there's these weird union type situations. I'm not anti-union. I think it's good.
For sure.
I don't want to get fucking put into that category. I think in general, I mean, there's some weird teacher union shit where these people are out of control. But I think in general, to protect workers' rights and shit, like a union is a beautiful thing. But it gets kind of weird, and you could say this about fucking communism, what's it called? But it's like, oh, there's one guy who's working harder than everyone else, and they're like, hey dude, like, you're making us all fucking look bad, like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, slow it down. Like,
no,
and it's like,
gotta do more.
If whatever you do it with all your might, you'll always be rewarded for that, no matter what.
Always.
The bosses will notice the what's it called. I was telling that shit to fucking Will whenever he got that one bread bimbo job. He's like, oh my god, I'm in like the worst time slot, all this shit. I was like, dude, just fucking work your fucking ass off.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck about what anyone fucking says.
I've always promoted
if you just work as hard as you possibly can, the guy's gonna recognize it. And as long as you don't care about who gets the fucking credit. Who fucking said that? Was that fucking... That was a president. It was like a shitty president, too.
I was telling people
it was like Richard Nixon or fucking... Well, who was the other guy? He said, there's no amount of good that a single human can do so long as they don't care who gets the credit. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's like, this is like a crazy fucking quote. I actually like that quote.
I was telling somebody this at work the other day too. Everyone always says that saying, the squeakiest wheel gets the oil first, right? Everybody wants to tell how much they deserve a raise. Do you know who deserves the raise? The person that doesn't say a fucking word about it and proves it day to day to day.
Doesn't fucking bitch about it.
Doesn't bitch about it, shows up on time, does the job to the fullest extent. People appreciate that shit, man.
Yeah, you'll fucking work your way up so unbelievably fast, your fucking head will spin.
Definitely.
Like, it...
But because I hear people,
but no one ever fucking tells people that shit.
No,
they tell them the exact opposite.
You deserve more. You're doing go talk to them and it's like, no, dude, you're just making yourself look fucking bad.
Yeah, whatever.
You know. But
we might be talking into the fucking... There might not be anyone listening to this podcast at this point. There might be like... This might be like 0 views. Like, everyone dislikes. Like, fuck you fucking pieces of shit. You guys have no idea what it's like to fucking donate to Matcheroni and win a Matcheroni tournament. How can you speak from your place of ignorance? Fuck you. You're racist. You're fucking homophobic. You're a fucking piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you know deep down on the inside.
That's the thing. I think everybody does.
How's it been going for you? How has it been going for you going down this fucking path that you've been going on? Has it been going good? Is everybody fucking happy? Is everybody listening to this fucking podcast like the happiest they've ever been? Like, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not saying, and that's the thing. It's like, I'm not sitting here trying to say that I have everything figured out. My life's perfect. I'm happy. No, there's things I need to fix and change constantly.
It's never enough.
No.
You could, but the pursuit is all, dude.
But, okay, I'm like talking from Dreamcatcher, but I see the line.
Yeah. 100%.
I see the line. I might be blinded sometimes, but the line's always there showing me like, hey man, like...
You don't read books, Brandon. Shut the
Don't forget audiobooks. I don't read. I just listen.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just kidding. It is audiobook.
I'm just kidding. That's just something some fucking stupid person.
But, no, it's a thing, dude. It's like... sometimes you think something's not as important, but in the long run, it's the most important. For sure.
Okay.
I think that's real.
I think we can cross this one off the fucking list. I'm halfway through or less than halfway through. Yeah, you've all been lied to pretty much, but
we all have.
You know what's funny?
We've all have, dude.
Yeah. But it's weird because there's always the meme of like, don't believe his lies. Like there's this thing that like, like I don't know what the fuck. I'm trying not to lie to you. I'm trying to tell you that whatever, it doesn't matter. It does bug me sometimes because I'm like, I don't get it.
I think that's what bugs me the most is I just don't get it.
I don't get it. But you know what? It is kind of funny sometimes. then I just don't take it. I'm not trying to take it personal. I don't take it personally. I still love all you fucking guys.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But believe me, other people are lying to you. Like, you don't have to worry about me. Like, you shouldn't at least worry about me. I'm not trying to lie to you. So, all right, next little bullet point here. I still use social media and fucking all these kind of things I'm criticizing.
Definitely. I watch Twitch every once in a while.
You know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't use them. I'm just saying because something's innovative, progressive, doesn't mean it's good for us as a society and as a community. I believe Matcheroni is a net negative for the FGC. I wonder if that struck a chord in anyone's fucking brain or not, or if I'm just wasting my fucking time.
I feel like maybe a good person to ask if Matcheroni is good for the FGC is your boy, dude.
Who?
Young Arturo, dog.
I don't even care about that shit.
Just being crazy.
He's like,
but I just keep seeing things, and I'm just like,
yeah, I don't know.
What side is true? What is the truth? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think
that's one part of the pie, though, for sure. You know.
Actually, at this point, like, I don't care. I think that
I don't think I care, but I think
it's interesting. It's interesting, but I haven't been keeping up with it.
Definitely, I just saw I
think they kind of came through with like some.
It was a rebuttal that I saw,
and it's kind of on. I cared about it a while ago until fucking this popped in my brain. I feel like now this is all I can think about, but you know, it's kind of on their. He came back with something, and it's on them to be able to fucking prove that he's full of shit now. Mm-hmm. And they haven't come out, so whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Arturo has some responsibility to bear.
For sure.
Because he'd show up late, and he wasn't fucking perfect. And I'm not saying anyone is. We all fucking suck. But, you know, Matcheroni is fucking terrible. But it is what it is. I'm not even telling people, like, moving forward, you shouldn't use it. I think once you see something for what it is, maybe you should use it to your benefit, but don't be victim to the pitfalls of it. Like, blindly. Don't blindly be fucking just, like, you think there's nothing bad about it? There's nothing, like, it doesn't hurt the community, because the fighting game community is not online. Yeah. I mean, there is an online community, but it doesn't mean as much as the physical community of the FGC. Because spending time together, being close to people, you know, bearing their, you know, carrying some of their fucking weight on your shoulders from time to time, like, that's all good. Yep. And
brothers in arms,
if everything's online, and there's something that's interesting, because I was thinking about, like, you know, what about the stream? Like, you know, once you start kind of criticizing everything, you're like, maybe the stream was bad too, you know. But I think it's kind of like gone too polished and too, what's it called? But, you know, without a stream, that kind of was the thing that made me see how fun. I was watching some shitty fucking box arena stream, and I was like, dude, I want to go to a fucking box arena tournament. It was the shittiest thing ever. The commentators weren't real. The what's it called? It was just.
I think that's why I use that reference, as those were skate videos to me, because a skate video to me was something that I watched that made me go, I want to fucking do that.
Yeah, you want to go skate.
Those tournaments,
because it looked like fun.
Fuck yeah.
But it wasn't something that was so polished and what's it called that it was like, oh, I don't even have to go. You don't want it to become something like football, where the best seat in the house is at home.
Yeah.
Because there's those maniacs in the snow and fucking
dude.
In cheese. Was the Packers? Was it the Packers? Maybe. It's like it's an open stadium and it's fucking snowing, and there's these fucking maniacs just fucking and then you're sitting at home and you're like, these dummies, I got the best seat in the house. And you're just like, yo, who's fucking stupid?
It's that energy in that stadium, bro. That would be so
once you get the taste,
dog.
once you get the taste of a season ticket, and you're actually a fucking fan of football.
And then you see people all the time that go, and you have these friends. You're out in the fucking.
You're all fucking tailgating. You're having a fucking blast, and then you're sitting there eating fucking shitty ass chips and salsa on your fucking couch, watching it on this huge screen, and you're just like, this dumb motherfucker.
Some play happens. You're like, look at these. You're only there by yourself.
Look at these poor people in the snow. It's like, I couldn't even imagine what it'd be like. It's like fucking Fahrenheit 451, and they just sit there and fucking watch the TV 24/7.
Yeah, man.
They're like, I don't even know. I don't know anything. Who cares? The TV's on. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, but that's been good for us. Like, fucking sitting there watching TV. Fucking some people, dude. I see people fucking. I'm every day witnessing someone fucking wither away before my eyes, just sitting there watching fucking true crime television. Like, don't want to go outside. Fucking just it's brutal. And it's just like, I get to watch families get murdered every day. It's the greatest thing ever. I'm just like, oh my god, this is a fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. We gotta talk about Brink. Oh no, I got one more thing here on this page. 2 more things. I was thinking about my favorite fighting game players. Choi is my all-time favorite fighting game player. He's my all-time favorite. He's my favorite. I think he's actually the best. He came in second on all those occasions, but now he's the best. You know? He's so dedicated. He puts in so much fucking effort. He's a good guy, you know? He doesn't fucking stream on Twitch or fucking... He's not trying to be a YouTuber or anything. He fucking works at a COVID... He's like a chief operator, fucking manager of operations at a fucking COVID test making facility. It's like, dude, this guy has his fucking shit together. And everybody that has their shit together and is good at fighting games, those are my fucking...
Super impressive.
They're my fucking idols when it comes... Like, dude, Tong, I fucking respect the shit out of that guy, dude. You know, he went to fucking college. He fucking did what he had to do. It wasn't easy. He didn't lose a lot because of it, you know, but he's doing good now, and he's fucking 40 years old, and he still bodies everybody at fucking everything he fucking plays. Like, he
teaches you how to juggle a lot.
He's like, dude. He's like, this isn't even my genre, Jen. I still fucking beat you at Daytona or some shit. And I was like, damn, this guy's fucking good. But it's just because he fucking knows, dude. He's got the key to the city. He's fucking... He got good at fighting games, and now he's fucking good at life.
For all, dude. Like, anything that comes.
He's good at it, dude. He knows what he needs to do to fucking get to where he wants to be because he's done it before, and it's a fucking muscle, you know? You're just exercising a muscle. It's like, don't exercise it into fucking Twitch and fucking what's it called, and stupid nonsense that a 1 in a million chance you might be the one fucking idiot that gets to do the thing they love for a living and they never have to work a day in your life. It's like, dude, don't listen to that bullshit. It's not fucking true. And this goes back to this crazy idea I had on the podcast like a million years ago. I didn't write this part down, but it was like there was no appetite for this. People thought I was retarded, and I was like, if there was a theoretical fighting game god, like, who would he like bless more? Who would be his like favorite son? The guy who, like, you know, quit everything and became a fighting game player for money and sponsored and sold out fucking Brink style to like do the thing he fucking to become skating, you know, instead of, or the guy who, like, you know, has a responsibility to his family and fucking does everything he needs to do to like have his house in order, and then fucking on his spare time like dedicates every fucking ounce of strength he has left into fucking pursuing the thing he loves and playing games. Definitely. And fucking being good at them and what's it called. It's like, dude, I don't even want to talk about this because people just turn their shit off whenever I start going into this. Like, this really is into the like fucking crazy weeds, and I shouldn't be going here, but I don't know, it's just interesting to me. But these guys, dude, what do I write down? Tong, Steven Wynn. Steven Wynn's a fucking legend, dude. He's a fucking legend. He moved up to fucking LA and like lived out of a fucking like shoebox sized apartment to like make fucking games because he was a fucking coder. He like made Call of Duty Black Ops and like got fucking royalties for it. He bought a house in San Diego and gave it to his parents, who like fucking like beat him for getting B's and shit, and like still lives there. Like I don't know if he lives in San Diego anymore, but like for a while he was just like still working and living in LA. Like, you know, he had one girl and then like it didn't work out. He like got a better one and like fucking learned his lessons, everything he did wrong, and like fucking, you know, bought his fucking parents a house, dude. Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, yeah. Oh my god, what a fucking legend. Viscant, the
hero, dude.
What was it? He like went to the. He went to the. What was that guy? Low tier god. He like went to the low tier.
Coolest moment.
He went to the low tier god thing, dressed like all weird and shit. And then low tier god tried to talk shit about him. And when he fucking beat him, he's like, "I did that." He's like, "I dressed like this because I." Oh, you fucking finish the story, dude. It's like too good. I don't want to like fucking. You know what happens.
Fuck yeah. That was one of the greatest moments, dude. That was epic. That was epic, dude. Viscant, bro.
It was epic. He's like, what is he? He's like, Father Joe's. He's like, yeah.
And then Marvel 3, didn't he fucking win that shit, dude? Yeah, motherfucker's a legend, dog. Motherfucker's a legend, dude. Viscant's the fucking hero, bro.
I don't know why it's so hard to keep my shit together when it comes to shit like this.
I get it, bro. I know. The passion project, dude. That's why, dude. I was telling Jeremy this the other day. There's certain people that feel more than other people feel. And in a moment, like, dude, shout outs to audiobooks, dude. I read Harry Potter 1 through 7 and I wept like a fucking child, dude.
I don't know how it can't, like that was epic.
Yeah.
And it wasn't epic because he fucking talked shit in like the old FGC style, like whatever. He's like, dude, I just came from fucking donating my time to like homelessness or some shit, like fucking helping people get back on their feet and shit. It's like, holy shit, dude.
To be honest, I think that was one of the most honorable ways to go about it too. He kept his mouth shut the whole fucking time while this dude was popping the fuck off and talking all this shit and clowning on him, and he was the most respectable fucking man. And then at the end, just fucking blew people's minds, dude. Now that moment, like, there's people I know that don't even know anything about the FGC that have seen that.
And he's from San Diego, dude.
That's
why
cool,
isn't
dude.
San Diego the fucking known as the greatest fucking, like, there's all these other places where people, and there's like, dude, there's a lot of killers from San Diego, but it's like, dude, why aren't we the best? It's like, we should be. It's like, we've just fucking lost our way, dude.
Well, it's the world, dude. We're all soft, dude. It became soft at one point, dude. All these things that we have, these luxuries, they're just soften us. We're just getting softer and softer, bro.
And even fucking Gerald, dude, like, I've tried to get him to do the podcast, and he's just like, oh, you know, like, on Sundays, I hang out with my nieces and nephews and shit. I'm just like,
fucking man, dude.
Alright, well, fuck am I gonna say, man?
It's like, that's not even an excuse. That's reality. You know what I mean? And that, do you know how many people I know that wouldn't watch their niece and nephew and just come on the podcast? You know what I mean? It's like, that's fucking tough, dog. Kids aren't no joke, dude. I have a little dog, and it's like fucking driving me nuts, dude. I couldn't imagine 2 kids, dude.
That's it's admirable, dude. I gotta say, it really is. Like, these guys are. I have other people on here, you know. I threw other people on here.
Nick Gas Game and Sports. Remember that shit? Heroes of the Game.
I love that shit.
That's Heroes of the Game right there, dude.
They really are. They really are. You know, and they're not like none of those people are fucking. Even Gerald, dude. He won a fucking Third Strike Matcheroni tournament. And he beat fucking Dagger G, who's like a fucking A-ranked fucking S player on fucking Fightcade and shit. And he's just like, you know, he beat him, he won the tournament, and he didn't even collect the money. And Matcheroni stole the money from him. Which, like I said, this isn't, who gives a fuck? Like, of course Matcheroni stole the money from them because that's what they do. That's what they do. But, you know, Kadar's like, oh, it's just a hat. It's a hat. Everyone throws money. Oh, it's a fucking hat with a hole in the bottom of it. And they're fucking monetizing philanthropy. Give me a fucking break. All right, now, he didn't even get the money out of the thing. He just left it there, and then it was gone after like 6 months or something. And it's like, these are people that you should fucking admire, not the like sponsored fucking player. You shouldn't watch fucking... You stop watching fucking fighting game content. Turn this video off now. Or anyone who's trying to monetize it. It's like, dude, give me a fucking break. You only have to do that because you fucking quit your job and you're trying to live a lie. And you're fucking, all the while you're trying to justify knowing the fact that you fucking sold your soul upstream for fucking, because people lied to you. Because people fucking lied to you. And I don't even blame them, dude. I pity them. Yeah. Like, it's like, you poor bastards, dude. And then you gotta play the new game that comes out, and oh, you like it at first, and then oh well, it patches, and now your character sucks, and you have to win now. You're sponsored. You have to win.
There is no.
So play the character you don't fucking like in the game that you fucking hate now. Oh, but it's just doing the thing I love for a living.
Still fun, right?
You know, it's
I think that was my biggest problem with streaming is...
And it's like, why do I even have to fucking say this shit? Why am I having to fucking say this? This isn't... How? Is this not just like fucking obvious as fuck?
Well, it's like, it's funny to me because it's like, as soon as a new game drops, like, let's say, like, Valorant.
Why did Cody message me? What kind of downsides? Like, what the fuck, dude? You even listen to the podcast? I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but it's like, dude, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, come on, man.
It creates this...
At least ignore me.
Yeah.
I'd rather be ignored. I'd rather be... You know what I mean? It's like... Just don't like my fucking post on... I lost by even tweeting because Twitter's fucking stupid.
It's like, I have a coworker that's a Twitch streamer, and do you know how many games he's bought and never played again just because everyone else is doing it? It's something I have to do if I'm streaming. And it's like... No, I've always told him that.
I gotta play the popular. I gotta play this fucking Warzone game that I fucking hate. Or so what? Maybe you like it, but then something else is gonna come around. And you're like, oh wow, this is what everyone's playing. This is what's getting the views. I want to play games. Yeah, people. What's the difference between playing? You know what's funny is I was talking to Riley about this shit the other day, and I was even just mentioning Brink, and he fucking said the quote. I mean, this guy. I mean, I don't talk to him about any of this shit, and he's just like, he knows, dude. He knows, you know. He thinks through the world of ancient archetypes. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't like fuck. He hasn't been hoodwinked into believing this fucking nonsense that all this shit is fucking good for you. Like, give me a fucking break. But what did he say? It was so fucking epic, dude. Well, first of all, he said the fucking Brink quote, and he hasn't seen that movie since 2000. I think, like, you know, the replays stopped like 2 years after the movie.
They had to like stop it.
Yeah,
they're like finding out the truth.
Yeah, they were like, all right. We're like letting, like, this is too much gold. But you know, and then what else did he say about? Man, I lost it. There was something there, and he said something about it, and it was so smart, dude. I was like, damn, bro, you fucking know what the fuck you're talking about. But I don't know. I hope I'm doing a good enough job, but I hope I'm not fucking just fucking this up. I don't want to fudge this out. I don't want to fucking just fucking fumble this shit, because I feel like it really, like...
I feel like the bread and butter's there, dog. If people can fucking... just, you know... Brink's one that we always talk about. I even talk about it at work all the time. It's just like it was a really eye-opening movie for me at that young of an age. Especially a kid that...
It's a true story.
Was a skater.
It's a true story.
And, like, even my dad, from a young age, I'd always be like, I want to be a sponsored skater or something. And he would look at me and just be like, that's not what you want, dude.
Dude.
You don't want to do that. And I'd be like,
it's
a
true story. I was telling this to fucking Oscar the other day. I was like, dude, like, these stories, like, this is true. Brink's a true story. I was like, it never happened. Like, but it's still true. And she's just like, something never happening is the definition of it not being true. And I'm like, no, you're wrong. Like, it's a true story. Like, it happens today, it happened yesterday, and it's gonna happen tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Just because it never fucking happened doesn't mean it's not true. It's like shit, like, it's like fucking stories from the Bible and shit. Fucking not Sodom and Gomorrah, but, you know, Cain and Abel. It's like, dude, that shit's fucking real. It never happened. Mm-hmm. Nothing in the Bible ever fucking happened. But the stories are true. They're fucking archetypes, and they're recognizable patterns, and they're fundamental truths. And Brink is a fucking true story. Mm-hmm. And you can't, and at some point everyone fucking knew this, and somehow, like, it's just been lost. And now we're asking, why isn't Matcheroni good for whatever? It doesn't matter. Why isn't esports? I know everyone hates esports, yet they do nothing to fucking push back on it, or fucking, they're just pushing like lemmings off a fucking cliff, dude. It's like, I don't know what to tell you guys, man. Like, if you really fucking hate esports, then some subsidy that's like bringing money into the fucking scene, that is a wealth redistribution program, like, made by the most sick and twisted individuals. Like, fucking, how can we monetize this? I mean, I feel like a fucking psycho for fucking repeating myself, but it's like, I feel like I have to keep hammering on this fucking nail, dude. Like, because it doesn't go down. It's still here, and it's big money. David is still talking about, oh, how are we gonna do that? You know, I'm like, bro, like, you want to have a cool fucking tournament? Do the exact opposite of what you're fucking trying to do now. Try to make it something fun, something cool, something
memorable,
something familiar to the past. Like, bring a different product than what everyone else is doing. Do something different than fucking East Coast Throwdown, where they fucking, as soon as anyone even says anything about Arturo Sanchez, they're like, we're banning you from the what's it called thing. And it's like, oh, what, you know, how did Art, like, disavow fucking Arturo Sanchez, dude? Like, this is fucking insane.
I know.
What made him do that? What compelled him to a friend for 20 years for him to be like, he's no longer involved in me? It's like, bro, like, maybe you could say, okay, he's lazy and he's fucking what's it called, and he fucking dropped the ball a million times and he's the worst fucking TO ever because he shows up late and he doesn't fucking take it seriously and he fucking blah 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 all this shit, which all of us, including me and you, are fucking guilty of fucking time and time again. It's like, we're really gonna fucking throw stones from glass houses? And then for your best friend in the world, who knows? Maybe there's a rift between them that's been happening for years and fucking all this shit. Yeah. And now he feels the pressure to, if he wants to save face and Team Spooky, he has to keep Team Spooky as the fucking number one thing. We can't be associated with some guy named fucking Arturo Sanchez who's been claimed of stealing money from thieves. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Like, you're gonna sell your friend downriver. I will never fucking do that shit to any of you motherfuckers. And the fact that you do it to me all the time doesn't bother me a bit.
Well, coming back to Brink too, it's like, I was talking about that with you the other day, where I was like, what is the lesson his dad's trying to teach him is that it's what you do, not a part of who you are, is the biggest lesson that anyone could have learned. And I fucking forget the main bad guy's fucking name, the dude from Team X-Blades. He thought that that's who he was. It wasn't just something he did. And what did he do with that power and knowledge? He threw rocks in a fucking road and canceled somebody, dude. Yeah. It's like all these cancellations.
He
it's
canceled
like,
Gabriella.
Yeah, he was like, you know, it's this weird thing, and it's like, watching that movie, man, it was like, okay, that's not who I want to be. I don't want to be this guy that's gonna fucking cancel people around me just to have a fucking opportunity to fucking be sponsored or make a little bit of change or something. It's like, I think that's really what his dad was. It's like he saw all these evils that come with that, right? And he's trying to let him know there's another way, dude. You don't have to go down that path. Sometimes I don't know. It was really eye-opening as a young kid, because I remember being like, yo, fuck that shit, dude. Like, hurting somebody like that was incredible, dude. That was really incredible.
You just don't care anymore.
And they all knew it was wrong.
100%. All those guys on the team,
they were like shook up a little bit and like, what the fuck are you doing?
But it's the fucking, it's the madness of crowds, dude.
Yeah.
If Arturo was at a major and someone threw a fucking stone at him, he would get stoned to death because everybody would just pick up a fucking rock.
Arturo's Gabriella, dog. He's at the bottom of the hill, dude, all bloodied and battered, dude. Fucking, you know, it's fucking crazy.
I'm fucking losing my mind, dude. I'm losing my fucking mind. It's like, and it's like, I mean, I feel like. It's just crazy. The money. How could it be bad? We need money in the FGC to make this to be something we can do for a living forever because that'll make us happy. Well, it's not fucking true, dude. I hate to say it. And all that does is you end up banning Filipino champ for having a fucking horribly timed joke, and he's just a product of his times, and he's just a FGC member, and any one of you could have fucking done that first.
Has he not been a heel his entire career?
He was just doing it his shtick, and he a lifetime ban from everything for fighting games forever because of that. Because his words are so dangerous, and he's a minority person, and the people. This is how much you've been lied to. Is that the minority people are trying to censor people because they're somehow freedom of speech is like. Somehow freedom of speech hasn't been the thing throughout history that has protected minority people the most. Is freedom of speech. Nothing has been more impactful. No amount of fucking violence, no amount of what's it called. If you're a minority, you cannot just fucking uprise and overthrow. It's freedom of speech that has benefited you the most. And somehow now, the society is so fucking backwards that not only is Matcheroni good for the FGC, but censoring people's speech is good for minorities because that is... and it's like, dude, that's the only tool you have to fucking protect yourself. Because if you're not free to speak, then who's gonna hear your cries? Who's gonna fucking... You know what I mean? It's like, dude... How fucking stupid are people? And I'm not trying to call everybody stupid because I'm fucking stupid. I'm dumb as fuck. But I'm not a fool. I'm just a dummy.
I think the part about Filipino champ that made me feel so bad was like, even watching that Tokido.
And you can apologize and shit, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're dead.
Dude. You're done because there's money. They would have never banned him for that. Well, the only reason why they banned him is because there's like, oh my god, there's sponsorships and monies, and there's some guy saying, just tweeting a picture of a watermelon like on this day. Like, how is this even acceptable? It's like, what? Like, are you fucking kidding me? And that shit was wrong, dude. What they did, that shit was wrong. And I'm not saying that there's no line that you can be crossed. I'm just saying that wasn't it. That was not the fucking line.
Yeah.
You know?
Watching that Tokido Punk thing, when Tokido has to play Filipino champ, James Chen even says this. He's like, this is the heel of the FGC. He's so polarizing. You either love him or you hate him. That's been his whole career. How many tournaments have people joined in because Filipino champ might do something that's, you know what I mean? How much money has been made off of him being polarizing? And then he goes, check this out. I'm going to do the thing I've been doing my whole career. Does it. And then it's like, you're done, dude. It's like, wait, you liked that last week. Well, how come it's not cool this week? It was like a weird thing to me where I was just
it's because it put the bag in jeopardy. But it's already bankrupt. The fucking dude sponsors are like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, you guys don't act like the other tournaments and everything since 2012 when the fucking t-shirt debacle started happening. It's like everything has been going in that direction of, well, we need to do what's best for the sponsors because they're trying to sponsor this and we're trying to grow this and we're trying to make this into esports, which I defined as racing violently into eventually hating that which you once loved. It's like, dude, like, are you guys fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And another thing you brought up too, where you're talking about David doing something different. not doubling.
You want to make a fucking successful tournament? Just make a fucking retro, not retro old. I'm just saying, like, do it kind of how people did it, and people will come if you build it, and it's epic. People will come, and it'll be epic.
Cobra Kai.
That's it, dude. Cobra Kai.
What did Cobra Kai do? They made a show in this generation where you double down on everything that's going on socially.
That's what the whole show's about, dude.
They make fun of all of that. They went against the grain, and it's one of the best shows, dude.
It's epic. It's so good.
A lot of people like it.
It's great.
I'm surprised how many people like it.
I know, and it totally like bucks
jokes on woke stuff. It jokes on everything.
It shits on everybody.
It's like epic. It's doable. It's possible. People still like. I don't know. I thought I love Cobra Kai for that.
He is trying to run retro shit, which I respect, and but. And those games, the old games are the best because they never change, and everyone agrees that they're good games, and they're worth playing.
Definitely.
Play Third Strike? It's a good game. I don't like Third Strike, but
I finally beat it.
I'm still fucking. I
had it on difficulty.
I need to just like fuck every new game because they're always gonna change and it's always gonna be stupid. And like these old classics, like there's something to them because they're like a time capsule and. It's a snapshot in history of like where it was, and they're all good. The ones that are still played to this day are all good games.
Do you know how
they're all different? None of them are the same. They're all different.
I beat Gil in 3 matches, dude. I beat him the first round before he even had enough to regenerate.
Oh yeah, and then you killed him twice on the second one.
Day one Ken. Day one Ken. I was like. It was so much fun. I was like, fucking shit, this game's pretty cool. It's a fun fucking game. I love the music. I love the characters. It's a fucking fun game. Alpha 2, it's a fun fucking game. The older games are fun games still. But I'm such a different person. Like, I'm playing Super Mecha Champions, dog. Like, who's playing shit like that? Like, I'm not this person that plays these popular games. I play games I want to play because I think they're fun.
Yeah,
I've always been that person.
I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I like shitty old stupid games. But really, it's because I'm not gonna fly to Japan and by the time my plane lands, my combos don't work anymore. You know what I mean? Like that really happened. Like, I mean, granted, it was in a time scale of like a whole entire year where like I quit playing Street Fighter 5 and then I hadn't played it and I went to Evo Japan. I was like I was like in training mode trying to practice on my combos and I'm like, man, I fucking lost it. I can't fucking I was like, I don't know if these like Japanese PlayStation 4s are like built differently or some shit. I was like, none of these combos are landing anymore. And then I made it out of my pools in winners and I was like, man, I can't land jab short fucking or jab short into glare anymore. They're like, oh, they like patched that combo out of the fucking game, like you can't do it anymore. And I'm just like, fuck. I'm like it's so good. It's so good. That's a true story too.
That's so badass.
But you don't have to believe my lies. Yeah, man, money's a problem. I don't know. We fucking talked about it so much. I don't even feel like. Yeah, and Matcherino's not gonna fucking save the FGC. Just in case anyone's wondering. Has Matcherino been good for TTF? Now this is something we have to address because that's the fundamental claim. And Cody's asking, like, oh, what are these downsides? Because Matcherino has been really helpful to TTF, and I just want to examine a line of questioning that maybe will help. I don't know, help me work it out. Maybe help other people think about it, and go ahead and fucking. In the comments, tell me how fucking wrong I am about this, and maybe you know something that I don't, or maybe I know something that you don't. Who knows? Maybe we can educate ourselves. But when was the last in-person TTF that even happened? It was a while ago. I can't remember it. It was so long ago, and there was a couple, and there was another stint where it was not happening, and like there was the pandemic and there's all this shit. I understand that, but why is there no TTF live or like actual offline, like physical TTF? Like, why isn't there a physical TTF anymore? And you could say, well, it's because the TTF house is not in order. And then you say, okay, well, why is the TTF house not in order? And it's, well, there's a there's a hole in the roof, and they say, okay, why is there a hole in the roof? And that's where you have to start examining what is going on. And I'm not trying to like fucking blow Cody up and fucking but an online tournament with an online community and getting together to fucking hang out from time to time, it doesn't replace what physical TTF is. And Matcheroni and donating $5 to the pod can never replace going to a tournament and experiencing the community and experiencing the human interaction and developing your tools and carving out your key to fucking being able to conquer fucking any life challenges that comes your way. You know what I mean? Like, this shit doesn't actually help with it at all. I think if there wasn't that, maybe physical TTF would probably be happening now, because eventually you're sitting there and you're like, well, I gotta get this in order and I have to fucking deal with these problems. Or I could just fuck around with this, fuck around with that, fucking do this, do that, and maybe it'll be a substitute. Maybe it's Matcherino's a godsend to us, because now we get to do this and do that. But I don't know, unless there's been a TTF gathering every Friday and I just haven't been invited and I didn't know it has been going on and I just haven't been going. I don't know. I could have been left out of the fucking invitation, but I have a feeling that it's actually just not happening, and instead there's this like zombie like TTF thing that has become a partner with what TTF is, and Matcheroni is using fucking Cody and blah 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 and whatever. I don't even want to fucking get into it, but just, and even this podcast, dude, maybe this fucking podcast is the wrong thing, because I was trying to fucking do like an arcade thing and it all fucking blew up in my face, and I thought, oh well, maybe I'll fucking put some time into doing this podcast, maybe that can fucking help the community in some way, shape, or form. But clearly it hasn't fucking done anything, because no one even fucking listens to the shit we fucking say, and then fucking all I do is get made fun of for shit that I fucking bring up.
I'm a big
and
troll
fucking
too,
shit
so I probably don't help with my fucking
shit. We got carried away with the fun, but maybe it's time for me to fucking get my fucking shit in order and actually try to like do what I thought was the right thing to do in the first place. Was try to like make something too. But I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about, but I don't know. We gotta protect the FGC, like, whether we like it or not. It's like one of the last remaining meritocratic institutions left in the world. Like, everything is like fucking quotas now. It's like, oh, like, it doesn't matter who the best is, like, as long as there's like 2 white people, 2 black people, 2 Asian people, 2 what's it called people, like, that's all that matters is diversity. And meritocracy is just something that Western culture invented, and it's actually the worst thing that's ever blighted humanity since its inception. I'm just like, let's protect the FGC, because it's special in the fact that you don't have to, you can't be a 5'5" guy like Richard and go be the best basketball player you could possibly be and go and be on an NBA team. It's not gonna fucking happen. It's not gonna happen. It can't happen. No. But you can be anybody and be good at fighting games.
We've said that.
And before. it is a meritocracy. The best, the people who win are the people who win, and they're the best. And they should be, they should have their they should have their flowers. You know what I mean?
I've always said that too. That's a part we've always talked about where it's like I've never experienced anything else where I could come in and play the best of the best. I've never experienced that anywhere else.
It's unique. I think it's really unique. You know, you can't play a pickup game with fucking Michael Jordan, but you can money match.
You can't play skate against
You can
Tony
money
Hawk.
match.
I mean, maybe you could. But
Sonic Fox or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm just picking a name out. Maybe some of these fucking YouTube junkies might recognize. I'm just talking so much shit. I'm just being such a piece of shit. You know.
But no, that is one of the coolest parts about the FGC, dude.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's what's so special about it, and
it's what makes it kind of like scary a little bit too, man.
But also, like, no one, you know, that's it. You know, like these kind of standards of like what's good and what's not. Like this shit's important. Like lowering the standards for everything just so people can feel like included or whatever. This is fucking stupid. You know, I don't even want to get into this because this is a whole other fucking can of worms to open up. But you know. It's just it. It's one of the last fucking remaining fucking meritocratic institutions left. Like, it's just... There's no phoniness. You can't fucking put a Game Shark in and fucking hack a game and beat people. You can't fucking do it, dude. No. You can't fucking... What's that guy with the, like, 8-way gate on the fucking...
Billy Mitchell, dog. The Donkey Kong King, bro.
I mean, you can fucking... You can play on a hitbox, but all it'll do is shoot yourself in the dick and then, you know, whatever.
Because we were even talking about that, and it's like...
Oh, I should have put hitbox in the fucking... list of things that are like not actually good for you that people think that they are. I mean, you can use your imagination now. I think I've like done a good enough job. Like,
and we're not taking credit away from anyone that plays on a hitbox, because if you're winning on a hitbox, that's still fucking impressive. You're still beating people that are good. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, people who think it's cheating. I don't know. I might be ignorant to this. Like, I might legitimately be ignorant to this, but in my opinion. It's not cheating. It's just stupid.
Okay.
It's just fucking
the way I think
stupid.
of it, it's not cheating. It's like pushing Mongo on a skateboard. You just look goofy doing it. You're not pushing the right way. I remember when somebody told me that. They're like, dude, don't push Mongo. I was like, what are you talking about?
Like, is it Mongo or Mongoloid?
It's because you're like skating all weird and shit. Like, and I remember like
it's because your foot's never in the right position.
And you gotta like resituate when you do the trick and like I remember someone called me out once and I was all embarrassed and then I like skated better, bro.
Well, if you're actually trying to do. I mean, you don't have to. You can.
No, there's people that skate Mongo and are good.
If anything, it's harder.
Yeah,
it's like the opposite. Like you can make an argument that hitbox is a little more easier, but like I said, man, like all those old games are really good, and they came from like that arcade generation, and there's still a lot of arcade cabinets. I mean, we were playing fucking Championship Edition. We were playing Championship Edition last night, and it was fucking fun as fuck.
Dude, hell yeah.
On two, like, it was a perfect working cabinet. Fucking Wicco P360 fucking dude. There was 2 Hattori Hanzo swords on that fucking cabinet.
That's so cool.
But what if you played on a hitbox and we're all taking turns fucking... Javi played on pad, and he couldn't play with us.
Damn.
You know? I felt bad, but...
I didn't know he plays on pad? I think that's hard.
And it's like, oh, yeah, see you at the arcade, Rico, you're so stupid. It's like, okay, yeah, well, maybe. We'll see about that, but...
I don't know. That's crazy. That's
yourself excluding yourself from a potential situation where you're going to get tired of playing the new games that constantly change, and you might find some value in learning an old game and some of these old classics that ring true. And
definitely.
And if you fucking learn to play on a hitbox or a keyboard or whatever fucking stupid shit you want to play on, I mean, be my guest, but there's gonna be a time where you're out of place and there's a fucking cabinet and it's in all of its glories, magnificent glory, and everyone's gonna be playing, having fun, and you're gonna be super good, and you're like, man, I could really do some damage to these guys.
Fuck you up, and they'd be like, show it.
Hey, is there a little USB port to plug in my little hub? It's like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but just do whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck, but. All I'm gonna say is I even fucking practice on playing on American shit just so I don't fucking suck ass at it.
That's respectable.
Jed would probably beat me if it wasn't on those fucking sticks, you know what I mean? Like, he probably would have fucked me up. But it's like,
just that little bit of advantage, dude.
His hand was probably getting sore. I don't know. His stick, I've touched it. His spring is stiff as fuck. I'm like, what are you?
Damn.
Like, are you training for a fucking hap stick, dude? Like, what's going on right now? I was like, Jesus Christ. No, I mean, yeah, he's probably. But you know, there's some people, and it's always this weird, dumb, crazy argument of like, it's for handicapped people or some shit. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if you had a fucked up hand, it's not easier to fucking use your fingers like that than it is to just like, you know what I mean, dude? Like, I don't get it. I mean, it's not. I mean, maybe there's like this one or a couple compared to like everything else. It's like, give me a break, dude. Some people don't have fucking fingers. Mm-hmm. How are they gonna fucking hit the buttons? But you could have no fingers and play on a fucking stick. I've seen people do it before. One-handed Terry is fucking good, dude. Gonna fuck all you guys up. But
yeah,
whatever.
I don't know. That's interesting.
It's this weird argument where it's like, oh, it's an ableist fucking. We gotta be more able. It's like, what the fuck are you talking? Whatever. We're getting off the chart here again. But win or lose, skating is what we do. Or win or lose, fighting games is what we do. It's not who we are. You know, Brink, fucking true story. Fighting games can be used to develop your human potential. When you know the way, yes. All these things are true. I don't know. I was feeling pretty good about last night. Watching Javi hit on the most like clear-cut lesbian couple I've ever seen in my entire life, and then like being surprised whenever they're like, we're lesbians, and he's like, I think maybe they just didn't like me. I'm like, no, they were definitely gay, dude. Like, no. They were the gayest people I've ever seen.
One of them double dipped though. So
I know. I was like, you just gotta be like, well, you can both use me in a gay way to like get up. I don't know. But I'm just kidding. But it was cool.
Did I mention I'm emotional? They're like, oh.
It was cool, man. It was cool. Fucking Jed, like, losing in every single thing he was doing. We were playing quarters. Randomly, and everyone had weird rules, and I was like, this is how we used to play. And it was like, they were like, what the fuck? This is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, the quarter, you could like make the quarter like start to get fucked up, and if you just like, you know, like how we used to just like, ugh, and then like they were hitting each other, and I was like, it was my turn to hit Jen, and I was like, and then we were playing with more than 1v1 too. It was like a fucking gang. It didn't make any sense. I think maybe we used to play like that, but I can't remember. I don't remember the rules.
A couple times, but I feel like the epic ones at Del Taco were head to head.
Oh yeah, or Burger King, or in class. I mean, I had some fucking battles, dude. That shit. But I felt bad because I kind of gave. I mean, I saw the power that they were putting into it, and I was like, I'm not trying to just like be a total d-bag and like kill someone. So when I had to hit Jed, I like
half strength.
Yeah, and then it was like, oh, like, damn, Rico's like trying to kill him, and I was like, I wasn't even. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I shouldn't have done that, but it wasn't even hard. And then I did it again. I pussyfooted, and Jed, after taking a beating all night long, dude, he lost in Daytona to fucking Tong. He got like, every time he was about to beat me in on Championship Edition, I just like pull this like horseshoe out of my ass and just like luckily like strike him down. It was like the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. And then he's like, what are you, patronizing me now? Because I like hit him like even lesser than I did the time before, and on the next time I fucking hit him hard, dude. Like 80.
Like back in the day hard, dude.
Like accurately but hard. Mm-hmm. Not like wildly,
definitely,
where I'd miss. Like, I was trying to hit him, so like you gotta kind of choke it back a little bit, you know. You gotta calm down. And it fucking busted his knuckle open, and he was bleeding, and he kept playing, dude.
That's real.
He kept playing, and I was like, it was like that scene in like Last Samurai where like the American guys like picks up the sword, and all those guys just like beat him down. They're like fucking beating him to death, like, and he just like keeps getting up, and the guys just, they're like, they don't understand this. They're like, why does he keep getting up?
Lost.
Like, this is like
down.
In a Japanese like culture, like you wouldn't keep playing. You know, you wouldn't. You know, it's like, oh, I've lost this, I've lost that. Like, you lose, you become despondent. You know what I mean? I lost hope. Like, it's like no. Like, Jed always like kept. Even later he called Tong out again. Like, and then like, I was like, man, this guy, he just. he doesn't know when to quit.
Some people,
and I like it. I like it, dude. I don't know how to. I don't know when to quit. Me and Jed played a fucking 1st to 15 on Fight. Remember after we were playing Rust? I played him, dude. He fucking beat my ass, and I'm just learning how to play Oro because I realized his normals are like kind of. I was watching a fucking Justin Long video. Of all things, I was watching a Justin Long video a while back, like a month and a half ago, and he was playing some Oro player on fucking Fightcade. And this guy was just doing the coolest shit. And I was watching Oro, and I was like, man, like I remember Chilang told me I should try to play him like back in the day because he was a charge character. Mm-hmm. And I remember getting into it. And I'm like, nah, I can't do this shit. It's too goofy. But like over the fuck, that was 15 years ago when he would like bring those cool Sanwa edition fucking hoary fucking H-Rap ones to fucking Vincent's house on PlayStation 2. We'd play Third Strike and shit. And he was like, maybe give Oro a shot. And I was like, I can't do this. But Remy's better or whatever. I played fucking Remy and like, you know, I was like, maybe I should. And then I realized, I was like, dude, his normals, like, those are the kind of normals that I like. I like those like fast, big normals that like go mid, you know?
Definitely.
Like, that's like Adon's Roundhouse, like fucking Joe Higashi's fucking Roundhouse and fucking King of Fighters. Is like, those are my favorite button. And like to look at the character and be like, I saw him land a couple of these like fucking standing medium kicks and standing roundhouse, and I was like, dog, I'm gonna fucking play Oro in this game. I was like, I got this shit figured out now. And so I was trying so hard to beat Jed. You have no fucking idea, dude. I was like sweaty, like in my fucking room, like before I had to leave. What were we doing? We went to go draw. I don't know what the fuck. I had something to do with Oscar or some shit. And I was like, oh no, I was gonna go watch the Fedor fight. End of an era, boys. Fucking, he got his fucking ass beat. Final fight. And in the cage, they had fucking all these legends, dude. They like wheeled out like Josh Barnett and like Dan Henderson, all these like legends of that era. And they're like you retiring is like an end of the whole era. It was like, I was like freaking out, dude. I was like, this is the most epic shit. And he got fucked up. But it was like, damn, dude. And but long story short, it was like the 15th game, and I was fucking trying so hard. I thought I was gonna beat him, and I was like, how poetic that the last Golgana type game I'm gonna fucking beat. And I had him dead to rights, dude, and he fucking came back on me so sick, and I tried so hard, dude. I tried so hard, and I was down. I'm still down to keep playing, and that's why me and Jed are like, we're like this, dude.
Kindred spirits, bro.
Because no matter how bad we get beat, it's like we're just grabbing the fucking wooden sword and like just swinging it around the mud when the guy's just like just stomping on us, like stay down, fool, like you can't win. It's just like like or it's like is it Fatal Fury 2, the greatest Fatal Fury movie of all time? The movie, whenever the little kid is like in the bar fighting the boxer and he's just getting his ass beat, and the guy's just like, give up, kid, and he's just like, he keeps getting up, and he feels so bad for beating him that he eventually like he's like I've had enough, I can't keep like doing this to you. And the kid's just like, he's like all bloody and fucked up, and he's just like smiling. He's just like I don't know.
It's
like,
so good.
It freaks me out.
That's my brother 100%. I've never told that story, but there was this guy we used to work with that was he was good at jiu-jitsu. He used to do a lot of like Muay Thai and shit. Like he could throw a punch. And they used to drink at this guy's house, and my brother just got drunk, and they started kind of like boxing and shit. And like the dude was like knocking my brother unconscious and shit. And, like my brother would like come to and like come at him again, and he's like, dude, stop. Like he just wouldn't stop. The guy was just like, I can't just keep knocking you down, dude. Like, fucking stop, dude. And Josh, like, kept getting up. And I was just like, damn, dude, that's tough, dude. Like, I don't know. I respected that on my brother. I'm like, that's fucking tough, dude. Like,
so fucking...
You never quit, dude.
It's the fucking... I don't know. Never give up, dude.
Never give up, dude. Never surrender, dog.
Don't give up, dude.
Yeah, you can never give up, dude.
I don't know.
You always gotta fight, dude. That's why we're fighting right now, dude.
It kind of tripped me out because he like made some like joke about like killing himself or some shit, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. No, it doesn't matter.
No.
I don't know. Well, I think this has gone on long enough. Any closing thoughts, dude? We're not gonna do the thing that I was talking about earlier, or whatever. Oh wait, I got some shit down here. Oh my god. I fucked up. There's all this other shit written down here. Well, I kind of touched on some of this. What's this? I have something written down here in like fucking scribbled pencil that I fucking penciled it in on the way, like in the car on the way here. I was like, this is it, this is it, this is it. I had something else planned, but I'm not gonna do it because it's kind of stupid and it's okay. I'm gonna just leave it like that. But let's see. This is a closing statement. I like how I have one thing written in pen and another thing written in pencil. So, what is this? This is stupid. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. This is so stupid. Yeah. I don't know. I'll let this speak for itself. I don't want to fucking... That's it. Let's just leave it at that, you know? What do you say, Brendan?
Let's just all keep having fun and... You know, that's... I think the most magical thing about the FGC to me... Like I said, I think a couple podcasts ago, just like going to your house on New Year's, dude, and seeing the whole crew still there, dude, and like everyone like playing their hearts out and laughing, and I swear it's like no matter how much time changes in this like core group of people, it's like nothing's changed, dude. I don't know. I think that's the coolest part about it. It's like, you know, things might change a little bit, but like we're all still like friends. We're all still together in some weird way, man. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I want to keep and cherish the most is like, you know, it's a place for us all to be who we are, dude. And like,
it was definitely, it was so sick. Yeah, that New Year's thing, even last night was epic, you know.
There's glimpses like this where you're like, this is what makes it magical to me. This is what makes it fun. This is what makes me coming back. And I don't come to everything. I'm a fucking loser. I'm married now. I'm like, you know, it's life happens, dude. And like,
I'm gonna try to do something that's more like, I'm trying to get my fucking, I had an arcade tech come out. I sent off my 2 cabinets, the one that's broken. I'm trying to get everything in order. I got that showcase cabinet fixed, that when you'd play on it, like the fucking screen would vibrate and shit. Like, I bought a Naomi dual cartridge thing, which is weird because as soon as I dealt with this guy from like Hungary or whatever, like I'm getting all these spam emails and shit. I'm like, like either way, hopefully it even shows up. But yeah, it's like a dual cart Naomi cart. The guy like hacked the fucking GD-ROM to like have 2 games on it, and you can control it with the dip switch. It'll have like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and CVS 2 on it on a real like Naomi board, and it's like arcade perfect and everything, which is pretty cool. And then I'm gonna get my cabinet out of the fucking storage unit. I'm gonna try to fucking, I want to do more like sweaty sessions, like, you know, less chit chat, more like grinding, because I feel like, you know, there's no reason why San Diego isn't the fucking best. Like, you know, there's no reason why we're not the best. We just need to play more. You know, it's not going to be like constantly every fucking week, you know, maybe like a buy or like a once a month, like, or who knows, I might have like a secret sesh where like people that I recognize that come over and actually like fucking sit down and like play and fucking, you know, it's less of like a social, I mean, I like we're all hanging out and shit, but like in my mind it's like 10 people that are just fucking grinding it the fuck out. Like they bring notepads and like sweatbands and like, you know, if one game's open, there's never a game not being played. Like you fucking go over there, you play that. Like, you know, like it's just the sweatiest, grimiest fucking just working it out, dude. Yeah. Because you don't ever want to fucking lose to some random. Some guy came. Did I tell you about the guy who came to the fucking arcade and like there was some? This was the best part. So last night, I think I told you before the podcast started, but I didn't talk about it on the podcast, right? Or like there was some random guy who put a quarter out.
No, you didn't talk about it on the podcast.
Okay, so like I was playing Championship Edition. Like I couldn't stop playing it. I wouldn't even like. I just was playing it by myself. Like it was fucking pathetic. I was just like, this is so much fun. Like, and I was playing it, and I was at like the car beat up scene, you know, and this guy showed up. Well, first, and then Oscar played. I was like, babe, come play a game with me so I can fucking practice something. I want to try something out. I like fucking just like was beating on her, and then this guy came up, this short little guy, kind of, no, he wasn't that short, I don't know why I'm fucking talking shit, but you know, a little dude, he was cool. I thought he was cool, but he put a quarter up like the old ways, you know, he put a quarter up on the like little berm, and I was like, oh shit, like we're playing for money, this isn't free play, you know what I mean? I was like, oh shit. And he put a quarter in, I think he picked Ryu, and it was Ryu versus Zangief, and it's like, I mean, I fucking just beat the shit out of him, like baited it all. He knew how to play. He knew how to throw fireballs. He knew how to do tatsus. He knew how to do fucking DPs. He didn't miss like any input or anything. But I just fucking outplayed the shit out of him, and he was just like, okay. And then he had his little coin purse, and he zipped it up. He pulled another quarter out. He put it in. He picked Balrog. He was looking over Balrog, and then he's like, he almost went to someone else, and he went back to Balrog. And I played as Balrog, and Geef Balrog is like legit the worst match. I mean, I fucking beat the brakes off him. And then he's like, oh my god, fucking Zangief. My brother plays Zangief. I fucking hate Zangief. He's the fucking bullshit character. So I was talking to him, and he's like, yeah, man, you know, I try to like, me and my buddies in community college, we had like a little fighting game like crew together, and we'd like, you know, we'd hoard all these games and like play each other, and we were like, you know, this is Street Fighter 2, but like, do you play Marvel 2 or Marvel 3 or Street Fighter 4? And I was just like, dude, I was like,
rack them up, dude.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, man, we play those games. And you know, I was just being all like kind of vague about it. I wasn't even trying to like, I was like, you're a big Marvel 2 guy? He's like, I'm my favorite fucking game. I was like, you know who Genghis is? He's like, no. He's like, but have you seen that Japanese Ruby Heart player, like Anna Karis and Ruby Heart? He's like, dude, it's the fucking best team. It's like bottom tier, but they're like fucking godlike. I was just like, oh yeah, man, that's cool. I didn't even like, you know, I didn't continue that. Like, I just was like asking him, and he didn't say. He's like, no, I don't know who that is. But all this shit, I'm like, oh, it's cool, man. And then I'm playing against the computer. I'm sitting there like kind of distracted. I'm playing against Guile, and the fucking guy's like walking backwards, and I jump at him, and he flash kicks me, and I'm like, there's just no winning this. I was like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. And then he put another quarter in. No, I lost. And then I was like, if you want to play again, like, I'll pick a different character. And he's like, okay, cool. And then I picked Ryu, and then he was looking around the map, and he's looking at Boxer, he's looking at all that shit, and he's like, he picked Ryu, and he's like, a mirror match. He's like, this will really determine who the best. Dude. I fucking bodied this guy so fucking hard. And DP'd, entered every jump. Like, it was the funniest shit, dude. Like, just like, it was epic as fuck. And then he's like, yeah, man. He's like, this is cool. Like, I was just like, playing for money, dude. It's not the same.
Not the same as free play, bro.
It's not the same as free play, boys.
Not at all, dude.
Yeah. And, you know, donating $5 to the Matcheroni pot isn't the same as going to the fucking tournament and being a pot monster, so.
That's cool.
All right. Okay. This has gone on long enough. How long has it been? 2 hours? Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time zone for monetization. You don't want it to be over 2 hours long because people start falling off. All right. Well, that's it.
We'll see.
This might be the last episode.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I might try to like only do guests because there's some people that I want to interview. And you know, if 200 hours worth of podcasting has like showed me anything other than the fact that no matter what you say, like, people don't listen to you and they fucking don't give a shit about your opinion, like, maybe it's just not worth the fucking time. But maybe I should adjust my aim and try to do something else, something like more community based. Actually play games, you know, have fun, good times. All right, we'll see. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah.
We might do it next week. We might just like.
Yeah.
If I'm bored and there's like nothing.
Well, I think we should do specific ones like you're talking about. Like maybe we do one that's more FGC oriented, and then maybe, you know, do one that, because I have a lot of friends that watch and they're like, keep the funny, dude. Like, you guys are fucking hilarious, and like, your milkman conspiracy one. I forget what you're talking about, but one of my friends from work was like, that was the fucking funniest thing I'd ever heard. Where you're like, I fucking forget what it was though, dude. But he's always telling me, he's like, you guys are fucking funny and keep that shit up. So it's like, I don't know, maybe we should really try to do different episodes, you know, like really have like a more relaxed one or a more serious one, you know, and kind of
well, this is serious players only.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the first time. I don't know. You know, we'll think about it. We'll see. I don't know. I think there's really important things that I feel like I want to do, and I don't have like unlimited time to fuck with it. So like maybe I should focus more on that. But we'll see. I'm not like canceling the fucking podcast right now. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying like it's something I'm thinking about. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. All right, well, that's it. 2 hours, done deal.
There we go.
Adios.